First, we will take little bit preview. Yesterday, we have started this resource allocation problem, and that part we have covered resource allocation, how it can be done. For that, we have taken one simple problem. So this particular problem is given where the activities are there, and for each activity, there is a duration to complete that activity in a proper time. Duration is given. Based on that, we have drawn this network. Then we have found out the critical path and found out the total days of the particular project. Then we have gone for this NAT table, that is network analysis table, in which the activity, duration, and workers or mains required for that activity is they given. So we have calculated man days. Yesterday I told you how to calculate the man days, duration into required persons. So in given problem, for each activity, only one man is required. So whatever the days are there to same, we have multiplied with only one. Then we have calculated the float by considering early start, late start, early finish, and late finish. After this, we have calculated how many resource persons we require. So total number of man days 60 divided by total project duration 30. So 60 divided by 32. So at least 2 persons, 2 resources are required. Then we gone for this RAT table, that is called resource allocation table, where one of the important part is this halting time. Okay, what is that halting time? When the activity and resources are free. So based on this, we allocated these resources, and based on this allocation of the resources, the loading chart has been calculated or loading chart has been made. Then our today's task is there. If only one particular labor is required, then this is the one type of example. Then if the more persons are required or some restriction is given, or let consider that for one of the activity 3 core workers are required, or more than one worker is required. Okay, then how we should allocate that particular work to the resource, to the persons? Whether if one worker is become free, then whether that work should be allocated to that worker, or that whatever the remaining worker is there. Suppose the site is going on, the project is going on, and on the project suppose there are 5 workers are there. Okay, so when 5 workers are there, in that case, suppose for certain work, that 5 workers initially allocated for different works. So 2 workers for one work, one worker for other work, and remaining 2 workers for one of the work. Okay, so 3 activities are simultaneously going on, and now 5 workers are engaged. But whatever the one worker is there, that worker finished his activity, okay, and other 4 workers are in working condition. So, or that free worker, whether we should allocate next activity or we should wait. And condition is that for next activity, 3 workers are required. Whatever the next activity is there, for that 3 workers are required. Then available worker is only one free worker. Other 4 workers are there, but these are engaged in certain work. So what to do in that case? Whether that one worker should remain ideal, or that one worker, that allocation should be made to that particular worker. Okay, so that is called crew size, and that is given in this example. So we'll take one more another example, that activities and their duration and crew size required to implement the activities are given in below. So I hope whatever the uh, shared screen is there, it is visible to everybody. Okay. So activity 1 to 2, for that whatever the duration requires, it is given below to that, and below that one more number is there, that is the crew size. What is mean by crew size? Crew size is nothing but how many persons are required for that activity. Okay, so that is the person, and these persons are different. Okay, so let's talk about this table only. For 1 to 2 activity, 10 days are required, but that whatever the 10 days activity is there, it can be conducted by only one person. But whatever the second activity is there, that 1 to 3 activity, another activity, for that 6 days are required, and two persons are required for that activity. And let's consider one more activity, that 1 to 5 activities there. For that 5 days are required, but three persons are required. That is the crew size. Third, three workers are required, or three resource persons are required. So this particular thing is given, and in this particular project it is given to you that schedule the project when three workers or three men are available for executing it. So you are having only three workers on that particular project, and this is the activity and crew size chart is there. Some of the activity required zero worker. That zero worker is only for dummy activity, obviously. Some of the crew, only one crew size is required for some of the activities. Two crew size is required for some of the activities, and all three workers should required for some of the activities. In such a case, how to allocate the worker, okay, or how to allocate the crew size. So obviously it consists of the following steps. So first, we have to prepare network diagram. So network diagram will be shown in the particular shared screen only. So 1 to 3, 6 days are required. 1 to 2, 10 days are required. 1 to 5, 5 days are required. So this is the, I think this is an example of, similar example of last example, where we have to find out the critical path. Is it right? By calculating early time. So I thought that this is not new to you. From last many days we are looking, we are learning same thing. Okay, we are experiencing the same thing. Is it right? So that part I'm not talking about. So whatever this crew size is there, that three men are available and different crew size there, how this should be allocated, we are just concentrating to that side. So this project diagram is in front of you, which is similar to the previous one, and you have calculated the total project days, that 30 days are required for completion of the project. Is it right? In that case, just our crew size is different for different activity, what to do. And critical path is also found out, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 7. Critical path is also found out. So these calculations and whatever this part is there, it is simple one, and everybody is knowing that very well. Okay. Then we have to go for this NAT table. What is this NAT table? That network analysis table. Okay, so network analysis table, in this particular case, the first activity, that 1 to 2, 10 days are required, and man required is 1. So 1 into 10, 10 man days are required. But if you look to second activity, that 1 to 3, though the duration is of 6 days, two workers or two men are required. So multiplication of these two numbers, that 2 into 6, it gives me 12. So 12 working days or 12 man days are required for this. Similarly, for third, 5 days is the duration, and 3 man days or 3 persons are required, 3 workers are required. So 5 into 3, it gives me 15 man days are required.